What's up, everybody? I'm in Dana Point, California, and today I'm going to be taking you to see my friend, Chris Decker, one of the masterminds behind Truly Pizzeria. Let's go check it out. What's happening?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Hey, do you want to show me around?
Yeah, man, let's go.
All right, let's check it out. Wow, look at this.
The view up here, I always thought, like, when we open, I'm like, everyone's gonna want to sit up here because the view is so great.
It feels like it's such a great environment.
Yeah, it's like two completely different restaurants.
Right.
You know, up here a little bit more romantic with the fireplace. You're covered, it's a little quiet, overlooking everything, and then downstairs that's the madness.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff. There's all these like little touches. Obviously the lemons are great, and then like the little garlic cloves inside the tile. You know, Donna thought of everything.
That's so awesome.
I'm really lucky, I'll tell you that.
Let's head downstairs.
Yeah.
Wow, just look, it's so beautiful. I can't get over how beautiful it is.
Yeah, I don't take it for granted, that's for sure. Yeah, so you saw the dining room upstairs. We'll show you this, like the main floor patio. So as you can see, all the dining is outside.
Yeah.
Is like perfect because every day is pretty much like this where we are. Not a cloud in the sky, so we're really lucky today. There's a certain expectation, I think, when people walk in and they see this. We just try to match the food to this beautiful building. You know, this was Donna's vision of kind of what she wanted it to look like. Like you'd be walking down the street and you happen to like stumble across someone's backyard and like now you're kind of in having pizza.
Wow.
So you can see it's growing in. By next year, you'll really be like enclosed in.
You'll be really enclosed.
Yeah, which the vision that Donna had to not like jam a whole bunch of tables in here too, you know, and just like so there's space and you know everyone can kind of just do their own thing and have dinner, and you can't necessarily hear the conversation next to you and everything. Everything was really thought out, and we think about everything. We just don't throw a whole bunch of stuff on a pizza or on the menu and just say here it is. We see how much thought and intention went into this building and this brand. The menu has to reflect that.
And you're a big part of the brand, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, Donna and Steve, you know, without them, none of this would have happened, obviously. And without John, none of this would have happened. Even me making pizza wouldn't have happened. So I owe him so much. And I say this quite a bit. People are like, why do you work so hard? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? And I feel like I owe so much to pizza because it's given me so much. Like it brought us together, right?
Yeah.
And we got to travel the world because of pizza. It's like the most beautiful thing in the world. And like when you see families here, like we're really lucky that we've had families here in this first year, like birthdays and weddings and anniversaries and all this kind of crazy stuff. And that, you know, that's why we built it, so people can have fun with each other and build a community. And the pizza community is amazing, you know. So all the people that we get to meet and do stuff with and travel and eat and all of those things, it's all because of pizza. Like it's amazing. I don't know another food that's like that. Like they don't do that with hamburgers.
How long have you been in the pizza game?
Well, I think this year will be 30 years.
30 years.
So I was with John for 27, and then here a little over a year, so that's 28. And then I made pizzas for 2 years in New York, so 30 years. Yeah.
Nice.
So
how do you bring back like your New York roots to cooking here on the West Coast?
Well, there's a couple things that, first of all, the work ethic. I bring that, and just my mentality. People say these things all the time. I tell them I'm not talking fast. You just listen slow.
After 27 years, I know how loyal you are. Like that's one of your huge characteristics. How did you finally take that leap to be doing it on your own?
Well, I'm not really on my own because I still have John. So that's good. And then Michael, of course.
Yeah.
And then I and Donna and Steve, you know, so I'm not necessarily on my own. We're a team for sure, through and through. And it's strong, you know, with the help of John and Michael and myself on the culinary side, and then Donna and Steve with this vision, like it's solid, you know. So it was challenging when I came down here, and like the first month we were open and there was thousands of people on the patio, and to not know anybody was really challenging. But now at least once a week there's like 2 or 3 people from Vegas that come down, and like now we know people in the community and like all of those other things. But the first couple months were tough. I would just go home to my wife and be like, babe, like you're the only person I know here. So, you know, it was a whole new staff, you know, new menu, new restaurant, new city. Like it was a lot. At almost 50 at that point, it's, you know, it's a big deal to change your whole life and do that. But I felt I had some pizzas left in me, and So I came down here and we started pumping away. I mean, we haven't stopped, man. Life is good down here, and we just keep going every day. So you'll see all around us all these beautiful like lemon trees. There's some Meyer lemons on the bottom, beautiful orange trees in the back. We looked, and Dana Point is the sister city of Sorrento in Italy. So that's where the idea came from, to make it like, you know, when people walk in there, like, this reminds me of this restaurant in Capri. And I'm like, yeah, that's the whole goal.
The whole point.
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of, you know, when you go places, you want to get transported to somewhere else. And I think that's what attracts people to coming here, being surrounded by all these beautiful citrus trees and the greenery and everything. So we use those as much as we can. You'll see all this stuff, beautiful stuff growing here.
So these are real trees?
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. It's just, it's the perfect climate. It's the perfect place to have an outdoor restaurant. It's the pizza, it's the place, you know, it's the vibe. Like,
yeah,
it all works.
People.
And yeah, it's the people. And then, you know, when everything's clicking, it's great. Yeah.
Are there any times where you experience a restaurant or a food that brings you back to your childhood, or like an amazing memory?
Yeah, well, one thing is making pizza. That's the whole reason I do it. Just growing up where I grew up in upstate New York, there were so many like bakeries, and they all had their own like kind of pan pizza. In my neighborhood, that everyone was Italian, and like I remember the old grandmothers like making pasta, and I remember my mom like learning how to do that. It's the pizza thing. I think it's so important that we just continue to do things with our hands. There's something about that's like a dying art. And I think that's that connection with making it with your hands and then feeding people, I think is really important. Starting with that flour, mixing, getting the dough, working it with your own hands, topping everything, and then delivering it to someone is a really beautiful, unique experience when you stop and think about it. The care and the love that we all put into it,
yeah,
it's special. Once I realized I could be serious and make a life for myself about it, you know, you dive in.
What was the point where you realized that, hey, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life?
I grew up basically in Las Vegas as an adult, and you know, there was all these things. So you could work at a hotel, and you can, you know, make 10 times as much money doing this at a hotel and everything. And I never really wanted to do that. I loved working in like a mom and pop restaurant because that's how I was raised, with those types of restaurants. And working with John, when I started, John stretched, I topped, and his dad worked the ovens, and that was a really special experience. And then, but the thing that probably changed my whole view on everything was I went to Pizzeria Bianco a long time ago when Chris was still the only one making pizzas. And I went to a Diamondbacks game, and it was back then where you know, you had to get in on that first seating or you weren't getting in, right? It was like 3-hour wait if you didn't get in. So we got in on the first seating. Then we went to the baseball game, and I left the baseball game early to go back because I was like, this pizza was fucking like lights out delicious. I'm like, I need more of this in my life. I never had anything like that, like an American artisanal wood-fired pizza. Blew my mind. So I went back, and Chris saw me, and he's like, weren't you in here before? Yeah. I was like, yeah, but I needed this again. And he sat and talked with us for like 2.5 hours. He'll probably never remember that, but I'll never forget it. Once I saw like the love and dedication that he had, he like cared about every piece of everything. And you saw how much he thought about the music and the vibe and the place and everything. And I was like, wow, like I hope to one day have something like that, you know? And I still remember like when I went one time, and like Amy Winehouse was playing, and it was just like so perfect and beautiful. I first saw like how everything has to work. Like you can have great pizza, or you can have a great location, or you can have great products, but he had everything. A great location, amazing pizza, amazing products, an amazing person, amazing drive. Like when you put all of that together, you can't lose. So we'll start with this amazing building, and then see where we go from there. But you know, I'm trying so hard to make you proud, to make John proud, to make Chris Bianco proud, who probably doesn't even remember ever talking to me, but I think about it every single day when I make pizza. So it was one of those special moments that I'll never forget.
You're making everyone proud, man.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
You're amazing. All right, so this is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, so that was groundbreaking. So Steve and Donna, and John and myself. So we're making dough today. You know, we do a 3-day cold ferment. So
3-day cold ferment.
You can go in there and see all the dough getting ready to be rolled. So
you do it in like this because of space?
Bulk fermentation. And this is a Tuesday, so you can imagine what a Friday looks like. Yeah, you can come on in. Seeing happy. So we always mark everything. So this was made at 6. Then we fold at 6:30, fold at 7, fold at 7:30, and then we go. And then here's the dough room, and this is it. I mean,
Okay.
and that's the whole place.
And that's the whole place.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this. Wow. This is wild to see, man.
We par bake 300 a day.
300.
Yeah, with the time that we have allotted in the day. So the guys start like 3, 4 in the morning. Then we pan everything out, proof everything for 3 hours, and then bake. So they have to come at 3, so they can cook and get out by 10, so we can start service.
Wow.
So every day.
Who else does that?
I don't know.
I don't know any other restaurants that do that.
Yeah, we're lucky to have the guys that'll do it.
Oh my
but
gosh.
they see the process and
Yeah.
they understand that how important it is.
And they respect it.
Yeah, I mean, we figured out we can do. We started. It's funny. We didn't know people were going to dig square pizzas down here.
Yeah.
So originally when we started, we only had 100.
Yeah.
And then we went to 150, and now we're at 300. But I think we're pretty much maxed out at 3. So all this will get pushed in front of the oven. That's why all the ovens are on. And the Mara too. We push everything here.
Yeah.
So that extra heat. That's why it's so hot in here. And we crank the heat up to 77, and then have the ovens going, so that helps that dough proof, so they can get out of here at a decent time.
Science behind the dough, right?
Yeah.
There's a whole process.
I mean, it took us a while to get it all figured out, because everything, I think I told you before, when we developed everything in Las Vegas, and then when we came here,
Yeah.
everything's so dry there, and then we came and we're a block away from the ocean here,
Yeah.
so it changed everything. So
my
it
God.
took us a little bit to get that, but now we're good. Now we're solid.
Yeah.
So everything happens here. We make all the pizzas, finish here, expo, and then everything gets on that table and out.
Okay, cool. And what kind of styles of pizza did you say you made here?
We're American artisan, so we
Okay.
try to use as much American product as we can,
Yeah.
as much California product as we can. There's so much great stuff here in this state and in the country, so we try to highlight as much American stuff. No disrespect to Canada, sorry.
No disrespect taken. Yeah.
You know, we just try to take advantage of all the great. We use American flour, California tomatoes, California olive oil, all the produce. You know, as much as we can get from California. We go to farmers markets on Saturday. Just get as much stuff as we can close by.
Oh, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it
How you
going?
doing? Good. Yeah, nice to see you. What's going on? You guys want to make a pizza?
Yeah. Let's have some lunch.
All right, let's do it.
We'll let Sergio. He's the one that makes them every day. So we got to highlight the champ.
All right.
All right.
Let's do this.
What are we making today?
All right, we're gonna be making our champion cheese pizza.
Nice.
So the pizza that I won with at the Pizza Expo.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
All right, Sergio, looks like you've been busy over here. What are we working on? What do you got?
We're working on our champion cheese pizza. We have shredded mozzarella, freshly picked basil, Dorati tomatoes, and then I'm gonna add our
Wow.
sauce, local.
Nice.
Our beautiful California tomato sauce.
On top of the cheese, hey?
Yeah, sauce on top. We do two things too. We bake the basil in, and then we put fresh basil on top.
Red Romano,
That flavor of it baked in, and then the flavor of the fresh on top.
and
Yeah.
then fresh mozz.
Fresh mozz. Nice. That looks beautiful.
And what I think sealed the deal, well done salt on the
All right.
crust.
Nice.
With intention. What are we going to do that's going to be different than anyone else? I don't know of anyone that was like salting the crust and doing those things. We know pizza guys, we're always going to eat the crust first. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Serge.
All right.
So we're trying to be one step ahead, you know, with those types of things. The different dimensions with the tomatoes, with the sauce, and then the Dorati, it gives you a whole other level of flavor. So.
All right, Chris, what are we making?
Yeah, our square pizza, smoky vodka. It's one of our top sellers. So we start with our dough that you saw proofing. Some whole milk mozzarella. A little bit of smoked mozzarella.
Okay.
Dotted with some fresh mozzarella. Always looks beautiful. Because we want it to look as good as it tastes and taste as good as it looks. Like that's our
Yeah.
goal.
All right.
Hit it with a little more vodka sauce on top. Romano.
All right, so
Cheese.
because it's the champion cheese, everything's simple. Cheese pizza,
Yeah.
dough, cheese, sauce, and then our little garlic oil.
Nice. And there she is. Thank you. Nice. How do you guys get all these little micro blisters all over here?
Yeah, that's technique, fermentation, a lot of love.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that crumb.
Yeah.
All right, cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Wow, that is so good. Wow. No wonder it's the best cheese, man.
Pretty fun.
Yeah.
We just take it off the pan, give it a little kiss on the stone, get that bottom nice and crispy. We want a little airflow under there. No one wants a soggy booty, and a soggy bottom. So try to keep it as crisp as we can. So we go right from the oven. We let it rest here, 30 seconds, a minute. When we're really functioning, there's pizzas all over the place, all over these racks.
Yeah.
So we just slide it over. We cut our squares into triangles. That way everyone gets a little bit of crust, Okay. This is our house-made Sicilian pistachio and lemon pesto.
Oh my gosh.
Those Dorati tomatoes that were on Sergio's pizza, we keep them whole here, kind of just put them on. Adds a little pop, a little stracciatella, that creaminess, savory, crunchy, all those things. We finish everything here. Garlic oil, a little on top. Romano. Then we hit it with a little bit more herbs, some micro basil. Just kind of finish off the crown. Little pop of freshness, color.
It's like a work of art. So what has been one of the biggest challenges that you weren't expecting when you opened up, Truly?
Being as busy as we are, we didn't expect that. I didn't expect to be that busy from the jump and continue through the whole year. Also, living up to people's expectations is really challenging. They hear about it, they see it, all these things, and they expect it to be a certain thing. You have to think that even though we've made these pizzas hundreds, thousands of times, it's somebody else's first time eating it. Making sure every pizza is perfect is a challenge every single day.
Especially at that high volume.
At that level, yeah, it's tough.
So talk to me about how difficult it was to leave John and to leave Metro Pizza and Vegas all behind, after being his second-hand man for so long.
Well, the one good thing is he's still a partner here, so I get to talk to him every day. He comes down once a month or so, and tells us all the stuff that we're doing wrong. But no, and in classic John form, tells us all the stuff that we're doing right. Also, very very positive. He's been a positive light in my life for so long. So, I look to him and lean on him for all of those things. But it was hard. But then, you get to look out and see this every day, and that pain goes away.
Are you mentoring anyone right now? Like you had John Arena as your mentor for so long.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone that you're mentoring?
I mean, we have a couple kids here that, have a lot of potential that we talk to and try to mold them in a way. Sergio's a great role model for them. His desire to be the best, I haven't really seen that in anyone else that I've worked with. So it's amazing to see, because he reminds me a lot of myself when I was his age. I tell him, he's in his 30s, so yeah. I'm like, you start to run out of gas when you get a little bit older. But he's inspiring to watch every day, and I know the kids here really look up to him. It's nice to see that. No one really made pizzas in our kitchen, I don't think, when we hired them. Almost nobody. And that was better for us. We could show them our way from the get, and then now they don't know any other way other than greatness. We kind of bookend the pizza line. He starts and I finish, and then there's all the kids in the middle that we just kind of push to be good.
What kind of sacrifices have you had to make to get where you are today?
I think I can speak for both of us. We both really love being at work, but he has a family. I have a wife. There's those sacrifices in time that you're never going to get back that are very, very difficult. But Anybody that owns a business, you have to make those sacrifices, especially if you want to be great. So that's the biggest one. You're never going to get that time back. We have this drive inside us that we want to be so much better, and be great. So you have to kind of, I'm still struggling to find that where I can work a lot and still be home a lot for my wife, and we haven't been able to find that yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, I'm not gonna give up hope, because you can't be two places at once. We're gonna open another restaurant, so you can't be three places at once. You hope to find a little bit, not necessarily balanced, but a little bit of give and take. So that's the challenge, is the time.
I've been fortunate enough to follow you over the last decade. I've seen the beautiful pizzas you've got to make. How does it feel now that you get to bring all that into the pizzas here, and you can basically do any kind of pizzas you want, any style of pizza you want? How do you enjoy that kind of freedom?
I mean, I'll never forget when we met in Italy on that bus trip that first time, and we kind of connected then, and you're one of my best friends on the World Pizza Champions team for sure. Coming here all of those years, I can't believe all that time's gone by, first of all, but just being able to express how you feel and what you want to eat and how you want to eat pizza and all those things, I think is important. It's a collaborative thing. It's not just me by any means, but we all have input that we put in on the menu, and then ultimately Donna tastes it, and then she says if it's good, if it's good or not. And John and Michael too. We're trying to paint this picture of what our pizza is supposed to be, and I don't know if we still really know. We just try to get better at it every day.
How has it been beneficial to you to be on the World Pizza Champions team? What was that feeling like when you got that jacket?
What it's like, and to be picked to be on that team with the greatest pizza makers in the country it's an amazing thing. It's like it really is a family, and I tell all you guys all the time, call me if you need something. We're always there. It's always that WhatsApp is always going with questions and how people can help, and it's a great feeling to have that brother sisterhood with everyone. You can't measure it. Everyone wants that jacket, and when you get it to put it on for the first time, you never want to take it off.
Top 50 in the US. Talk to me about that award and some of the other awards you've won while competing at the expos.
We talked about the top 50 thing. We had our eyes on that opening here, and we all talked about it. I don't think any of us need a ton of external validation. We get that when we get to see a full restaurant and people enjoying the pizza. That's ultimately what you want. But to be recognized with that award was something really amazing for us. I cried when we got it, and I ran home to my wife really quick. It was just an amazing experience, because you never want to lose that. We said it was kind of like a goal of ours, and then Sergio put it all into perspective. He sent me this thing from the internet, and it said when you're in a race, everyone has the same goal, to finish the race, right? To finish first, but only one person can finish. So it was the preparation that gets you there. It's not anything else. So how are we going to prepare to always be on that list now? And how are we going to prepare to be better every day? It wasn't about, everyone has the same goals. We all want to be great. You all want to do this. You all want to be on the list. But how are you going to prepare yourself to be on that list? And I thought that was really important. And that's when I knew, I knew he was great already. But I knew at that point, he gets what we're trying to do.
That's important.
Because it's not about me or him or this building or Donna or Steve or John or Michael or anybody. It's about all of us. And it's about our pizza in this building, because you could take this pizza and put it in another building. It's not going to be the same. And you could have this building be a taqueria, and it's not going to be the same. It all has to work, and we all have to have the like minds. And once he sent that to me, I'm like, he really understands this team culture and how important it is. But that top 50 to me professionally, next to being on the World Pizza Champions professionally, those are my top two. Yeah, it was, and to get it this year was our first year opening, was really great.
What has been the most rewarding moment of Truly so far?
Most rewarding for me was seeing him win. I know how hard he works. To see him finally get some shine, he's worked for I don't know how many years, and I don't think anyone ever gave him those opportunities to go and be great and go and do those things. And even if he ever wanted to do them, I don't know. But he did it, and to see him win so cavalier and so nonchalant about everything was it's everything. When you see someone that you really care about and that they're putting in the work and then they win, it's amazing. And I tried to be there every step of the way with him, probably aggravating him a little bit, but trying to calm him down and make it just like we are here, you know, when he was competing, and to have him win. He's the same way when he won the trophy as he is right now, just chilling. Like it's like okay, yeah, you ready to go home?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
But to me, that was the most rewarding. You know, that the top 50 pizza, Michael winning, he just won in Napa. You know, these guys keep going and competing and doing great things. They're just like, you know, it's the best thing in the world. And now we're opening in a second spot. Like, that's super rewarding. Seeing the people out on the patio, like loving the pizza and everything. It's so rewarding to be able to come to work, and almost every employee that we have like really enjoy coming here. It's just a welcoming environment, and it draws you in, and like that. I think that's really important. I don't ever like wake up and feel like, oh, I got to go to work today. Like, I fucking run here, and I just get to work with great people, and we put out a really good product, and that's super rewarding.
Why don't you guys tell me about the name Truly?
When I was still in Las Vegas, we were on this group chat, me, Donna, John, going back and forth, and we were trying to think of like what it was going to be, and I put, why don't we call it Yours Truly, like comma pizza, like a love letter from pizza to our guests. And Donna was like, are you kidding me right now? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because I knew her, but I didn't really know her. And she's like, are you like fucking with me? I'm like, I don't know. What do you mean? And she's like, she wrote a story about, like, a movie about her life. And her character's name in that movie was Truly. And she's like, so that's the name. Why don't we call it Truly Pizza? And then it has like different things, like this is Truly Pizza to us, you know, but there's like little things, but that's how that name all happened. And you see, when you see the pizza box, we'll show you guys like the inside. John wrote this beautiful like love letter on the inside of the pizza box, and it all comes from that moment, which was really cool, because it was just like, why don't we just call it that, like Yours Truly Pizza? And then they cut off the yours and just Truly Pizza.
And what about some of the names of the pizzas?
Some of the names we try to like kind of describe what's going on. And we try to do things a little extra, I guess. Like, this isn't a typical like vodka pizza. So on the La Foresta on the menu is, La Foresta is the forest in Italian. So it's like our vision of like walking through the forest. So there's like different mushrooms on there, and we make this mushroom like kind of like mousse type thing that we pipe on the pizza after, and then top it with wild arugula. So there's like greens mixed in with the mushrooms and everything. So there's little things that'll guide you to a vision of what that pizza is, because it reads just mushroom sausage fontina, but then you get it and it's like this thing. But yeah, those like little things, sweet and spicy, kind of describes like what the pizza is. Mike's hot honey, hot sopressata, the champion cheese, let you know right off the bat.
Yeah.
That's the gold standard. We have this pizza here, I think I gave it to you the last time, called the Industrial, that you can't order it, we can only send it. We just try to give it to people that really understand what we're trying to do, and highlight our really great ingredients, and as John says, just kind of get the hell out of the way. There's a couple meanings behind that. It's industrial because we give it to people in the industry, pizza people that are going to understand, and also people were saying that L'Industrie in New York and Brooklyn has the best pizza in the country, and it was a cheese slice with burrata or stracciatella on top. So it's kind of our riff on all of those things kind of put together.
Well, I wanted to thank you guys for having me down.
Yeah, thank you.
Really amazing, and I'm so happy.
I see what you did there.
It's so good to see, you know, you coming out of your shell and, you know, making these beautiful pizzas, and you look so happy. It's so good to see you.
It's amazing. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Love you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Love you guys.